Alright guys, welcome to something new to the channel. Uh, the Golf Club 2019 featuring PGA Tour. I'm going to get started with the career mode. I know it's something different for the channel, but I like golf. I like golf games. The Golf Club games themselves aren't great, but it's really the only one out there right now, or the only newer one. So we're going to get ahead, try it out. This is my guy. Brown hair, black beard. Like in real life, I'm short, like there. So, yeah, we're gonna get into the career mode. I started to start it, but then realized I wanted to record it. You know, I want this to be part of my channel because it's something I really like. So we're gonna do the web.com tour career Q school. We have to, and we'll go ahead and do medium because the golf club isn't something that I'm too familiar with. I played the second one. I didn't find it to be great. We'll do 2 rounds per event, and we'll play the event. But yeah, and I didn't find it that great because a lot of the, I don't know, like when the ball would hit, you know, even if you used a wedge, it would hit and roll out 20, 30 feet, and it doesn't make any sense. The chipping and the flopping was incredibly hard to do, right? It didn't make sense on when they hit and rolled. A lot of times the chips will roll out a mile unless you do certain tweaks to it. Just certain things were a lot harder than they should have been. We're playing TPC Scottsdale. It's a really cool course. Why has it had me with a 5-wood? I don't know. Use driver. Alright, we hit it perfect and fast. Now fast means it'll go left. And we're in the light rough. Now, there's a lot of little things about the game that it's hard for me to, you know, recommend because there's just so much stuff. And some of it's small, some of it's good, big, but there's just so much stuff that isn't great about it. But it does seem like they're really trying, even though it's their 3rd game. They partnered with PGA Tour before they weren't. 2K is publishing now, but we only just knew that like a couple days before it came out. There was no warning when it would come out. We just knew the month. So it was very weird. Very weird. So I feel like maybe it was rushed a little bit, but it can be fixed, I guess, in patches. Now a couple of things that I think are wrong about it. This. Okay, so we're in the light rough. So, and it's uphill. So it shouldn't go as far as it says. Yet somehow, I may have messed that up. Somehow, you know, we hit it perfect. We didn't hit it fast, which means it'll go further. On the backswing, that is. We hit it perfect. So that means it should be a little shorter than where it lands, and it's in the rough, and it's uphill. You know, that's why. But, you know, it's showing it land about where it said it would, which it shouldn't have done. And I put some loft on it, which means it shouldn't go as far. So, you know, that's something that needs to be tweaked a little bit. Let's see, we'll go with the 5-iron, put a little loft and a little draw on it. I don't know if that is going to work out or not. Ooh, go jump right, damn it. Yeah, it didn't work out. But it was going to be really hard to land that one on the green no matter what. Let's see, we can flop it. The loft wedge. Put a lot of loft on there. And hope it doesn't hit that rock directly in front of us. And it didn't. Another thing that is and always has been with the golf club games, at least from the one I played, number 2, and this one, is just about every shot, no matter what, unless you have a ton of loft or unless you barely hit it, the ball hits and will roll what seems like forever. So like this one, the wind's in our face, it's uphill, I have a 9-iron, I'm putting a little loft on it. I went fast, so it's going to go a little left, but let's say that hits the green. If it hits the green, it's not going far. At most, it's going to go 5 to 10 feet, at the most. But a lot of the times, in the golf club games, it's going to roll out 30 feet almost. The chips are a huge one. You hit a loft wedge chip, it lands where it says it's going to land, but then it rolls out 20 feet. It's impossible, unless you de-loft your loft wedge an insane amount, for a loft wedge chip to roll out that much unless it's downhill by an insane amount. It's going to go left because I hit it fast, but that's fine. One big thing is it's very inconsistent with the back and forward motion of when you're doing the analog. And what I mean when I say that is, see, that was slow and very fast. And look how far that rolled out. Should have never rolled out that far. It was a wedge pitch. Should have never rolled out that far. And I put loft on it. But what I mean about the inconsistency... yeah, I knew I hit it too hard or put too much brake on it. Is that you can do just about the exact same thing with your analog motion, back and forward, and it's going to be completely different every time. Now I know a golf swing is completely different every time, it's never the same. But it's a game, it's not supposed to be hyper-realism. So I think that needs to be fixed just a little bit. But one thing they've done great, especially with this one, the courses, they look fantastic. The divots when you take them look great. They look like actual divots. Oh wow, that is I think the first time I've ever got a perfect flop shot. Another thing they did great, they put in a PGA Tour, they put in a career mode. They had none last time. One thing that, though, they don't do good with is a leaderboard type situation. And what I mean by that is... Ooh, I pushed that one to the right. Is, you can be in the lead, and there's someone who hasn't even teed off, but they're one behind you, and you don't know that, because they're not on the leaderboard at all, because they haven't teed off. But they should be. So you don't know what you have to do, really. Ooh, yeah, that one's nowhere near it. It's really hard to judge those super long ones. With more videos, I might be able to explain it a little better, but the leaderboard thing is another one. Or I might be able to show you right now. Like, let's say I'm -2. There's someone who's -2 that hasn't teed off yet. They won't show it on the leaderboard at all. So you have no idea. Now, because it's the first round, that wouldn't happen anyway. But if it was the second round, there's someone -2, they wouldn't show it. And it's just something that's weird. It's kind of dumb. Another thing that's weird, the audience or the crowd the golf ball goes right through them. They're not solid at all. I don't care that they don't look like actual people. But if there is a crowd, I think they should probably be solid. So, like, let's say your ball goes over there, it shouldn't go through everybody. And, ooh, damn it. And, you know, go for an extra 40 yards because the people are translucent or transparent, whatever it is. You know, it shouldn't go through them. It should hit them and bounce somewhere. But, yeah. And I put it at medium because, I had it at hard at one point just to practice. And, I don't know, people were just going crazy. And I'm not that good at it because I don't play the golf club games, really. I played number 2 a little bit. Now, I played it just a little bit. Because it wasn't... Yeah, it was just weird. They had a lot of things wrong with it that needed to be worked on. So I just kind of stopped. Did I put enough? Oh, I put a little too much. But I pushed it to the right too, so I really put too much. But hopefully these things can get, you know, patched out with, you know, soon. Or at some point. Hopefully I'll get better at it as well. Ooh. Pulled it a little bit, but it'll be fine. In the fairway. And the only reason I can drive it this far, I guess because it's on medium. And if they have us on the closer tees because it's the first day. That's my guess anyway. Slow. So go to the right. And I put a little bit of loft on there and I didn't hit it as hard. So that's why it's a little short. I figure it might run it out a little more. So that's why I didn't hit it. Ooh. Wow. That one was knocking on the door. And it just fell in. But I'm -3 through 10. And this is some of the best that I've done. I'm guessing it might just be because we're playing off of really close tees. Ooh. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. I hit it fast, so it go left. But it says I pushed it to the right, so it really shouldn't have affected it too much. Alright, so the wind's back in front of us. 6 miles an hour, and it's uphill. So hitting this full should be pretty good, and it went left. Okay, and my prediction was true. Okay, let's go about right here. I pulled it left again. Oh. See, so that's a big thing I need to work on with my putting. I keep pulling them left. But we're -3 in first place. Now when we get to the PGA Tour, depending on how well I'm doing, I might turn it up too hard. Alright, downhill only 3 feet. It's upwind into the side only 6. So, to be honest, a full 9-iron should be pretty good. And it was slow, so it should be to the right. Yep. Okay. So far, my predictions are pretty spot on. Alright, right here. Ooh, I pushed it to the right, and I didn't hit it hard enough. I tried to compensate for my pulling left, and I pushed it right, and didn't hit it. So, you don't want to overcompensate. But I absolutely love the Tiger Woods games when they were out. Especially, you know, 2003 all the way to... I say 3 to probably 9 or 8. The rest up until Masters weren't great, but then the Masters was fantastic. Let's see. Let's go with ooh. You know, we'll put a little loft on this one. And hit it perfect. Okay, let's sit. Now it was a hybrid. So, that was correct on, it probably wouldn't have sat that much. Oh, what's this for? Eagle? Ooh. I might not have hit it. Oh, put too much brake again. But then I think they skipped a year on the Tiger Woods games because, of course, you know, he lost the sponsorship and stuff, blah, blah, blah. They made a Rory McIlroy game, which wasn't bad, but it didn't have that much content. And then they released, it was free DLC, but they released a bunch of content afterwards. Courses, players, and stuff like that. But there was no, like, I liked how the first few Tiger Woods games had, you know, it was match play, and then you got to the PGA Tour and stuff like that. I hit it fast. Wow, I didn't think that was going to go that far. That's another thing that, you know, we were in the rough. It was uphill. Well, I did de-loft a little bit, but it still should never have went that far. But the Rory McIlroy game wasn't great, but it was good. And then EA said they didn't renew their license to PGA Tour, so they weren't making any more golf games. And the golf club had come out with 2 games up until that point. And then this one came out. And I'll give it to them. They said they were gonna, you know, pushed it right. They do better with stuff, and they got the PGA Tour license. 2K published them, like, I think that was something way after they even made the game, though. So maybe the next one. Maybe the next one will be even better. But I think they're doing good things. I think it just needs a little polish still. But yeah, I think it's a really good game. Well, I think it's a good game. Wow. How? Alright. The golf club games have had more bugs than I've ever seen in a golf club game. And by that I mean any of the Tiger Woods games, the Roy Mac, they've had more bugs and glitches in them than I've ever seen. But again, I'll chalk that up to it's kind of an indie developer. And I pushed it to the right. So they're not going to have everything ironed out. Let's see. Didn't put enough brake on it and didn't hit it hard enough. Now, there's one YouTuber I like to watch. I found him because of his golf content. He's called the Apex Hound. I love his golf videos. And he has a lot of the same issues I have, so I know it's not just like, oh, it's just me, you know. Let's see, we'll put a lot of loft on this. I pushed it to the right. Oh wow, it still went really far. Let's see, we're not gonna chip this. You know what, we might pitch it if we can get the loft wedge. No, we'll go ahead and flop. Right there. Perfect, perfect, wow. You don't get too many flop shots like that. But, he has a lot of the same problems that I've found with the game as well. Alright, let's see if we can make this birdie. Oh, come on. I don't feel like it... I feel like it had... I don't know. The brake seemed on point where I put it, but I don't know. But yeah, you'll see me doing some of his society events. They're pretty cool that they have in the game. So yeah, that'll be like, I'll be doing the career and the society events. So that'll be pretty cool. I don't know if I'll put all of them up because it's 4 rounds. Let's see, we'll go ahead and put some loft on this. It's having me do an 8-iron pitch, which will run, oh god. I'll say that an 8-iron pitch is gonna run forever. But I guess I somehow hit it fast. I don't know how. Alright, now this chip shot. Okay, I'm happy with that. I might post like 2 of the 4 events or something like that, or maybe only good ones, or I don't know. But our first round, -4. That's pretty good. I will chalk it up to they put us pretty close on the tee box. Because I've only had 1 or 2 rounds where I've actually hit that good. And I'll rate the course 5. I really like TPC Scottsdale. But that'll be it for the first round. I'll make sure to post the second as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This round was pretty fun. Have a great day, and bye.